Hey everybody, it's Lugia's Pokemon Trainer, and today we're going to be going over the Palworld controversy, explaining it, and talking about it. So let's get into it. Let's start with Palworld's characters aren't a blatant copy. This article is from Kotaku, I think from the 22nd. So, how I learned about this is Pokemon with guns. Yes, that's how I learned about it. That's what I was told was Palworld. The Pokemon with guns label is an easy shorthand, and its Matic Force has worked in Palworld's favor. That is true. Being labeled Pokemon with guns is a huge selling point. Not to mention they've sold crazy 5 million copies. When you actually sit down and look at Pokemon and Pals side by side, there are some egregious similarities that can't be passed off as just another animal. As fans have pointed out, some of the Palworld characters are nearly identical to the ones from Pokemon, with color palette swaps and some details shifted enough so as not to be one-to-one copies. This thread alone has over 60 examples comparing Pokemon and PAL designs, and while they're not all dead ringers for the original Pocket Monsters, there's more than enough to raise concerns. Yeah, let's look at that. These are the most similar ones. The 15 most similar ones. Mantine. Those look similar. Wooloo, that's even closer. This one's a little off, but they have the same, air to them. They look similar. Anubis and Lucario, that's really similar too. I think this is pretty close. It is, the design is a little off. That looks basically identical except for the colors. If that was Dynamax, they would look basically identical. Those are pretty close too. The Lycanroc and Dire Howl are almost dead ringers. And this is basically a dead ringer right here for being the same. These are the same. Boltmane and Luxray, very similar. Astagon and Mega Aggron, they look pretty similar. Umbreon and Mai, and Dinosom and Magnesium. So they are, a lot of them similar, and basically rip-offs. Pocket Pair claims it's gone through the hurdles necessary to ensure Palworld is completely safe from accusations of copyright infringement. If that was the case, Pokemon and Nintendo would not be going through it right now, trying to do the claim. The studio claims Nintendo hasn't made any attempts to get the game shut down since its announcement in 2021, but it's unclear if the boom in interest might have Nintendo paying a little more attention. I don't think that Nintendo would have already done a suitcase in 2021 because teams can, change their stuff, their edits, to not make it look so similar. It's better just to wait until the game comes out and they get money and stuff, and then you can shut it down and make money off it. Palworld likely falls under parody law, which protects works that imitate others in exaggerated comedic fashion and given it has similar but not identical creatures wielding assault rifles that sound like an apt description. That's why it's called Pokemon with guns, because they're similar but almost in a comical way. But they have guns. The gunplay is only one of several mechanics that keeps Palworld distinct from Pokemon. Pocket Pair's game has elements of Fortnite's building, Ark survival modes, and the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's exploration. Yes, you play a human, find critters in the wild, and capture them in a spherical object that shakes a few times as they attempt to escape, all like you would in one of Game Freak's RPGs, but it ultimately does not fill the same void that would be left by Pokemon's hypothetical demise. Yeah, but like if you really boil it down, it does sound a lot like Pokemon, like that last sentence. Yes, you play a human fighting critters in the wild and capture them in a spherical object that shakes a few times as they attempt to escape. It is different, but the problem is the rights, the property rights of these characters. This I have not heard about. The AI accusations. Part of the reason Palworld has courted so many controversy is accusations that Pocket Pair used AI to create its pals, and how the AI may have actually scraped Pokemon datasets for material, given how prevalent the fear is around AI-generated art, particularly because some generators scrape copyrighted material from human artists. It's unfortunately natural to question when a game's assets seems to be derivative of something else. As Palworld has gained popularity post-launch, more and more people have pointed out that pieces of some pals are almost entirely ripped from Pokemon games. Yeah, like, if you look at it, I haven't played the game, but I've seen pictures online, and the ones I showed you, some of them look like Dead Ringer like one. Like, that face is basically the same. Well, this is interesting. Pocket Pair CEO Takura Mizobi posted about accusations and response on X. While he didn't outright deny any of the above, he did ask for the ire directed towards the team's artists to stop, and claimed responsibilities for the game's production. Why are we having ire towards the team's artist? If we're gonna criticize, we don't need to, like, hate them. We can criticize them and it'll probably get pulled down. Pocket Pair has openly used AI in past projects. Oh. AI Art Imposer uses AI generate art on a mechanical level, requiring players to create art with an AI tool rather than drawing. And CEO Mizobi has expressed interest in AI's impact on the video game industry. But there's no evidence that that AI was led for these characters, that they used AI. And they haven't, and Gotaki has not heard anything back. So I think that Palworld is the characters, the Pokemon. There's a lot of them that are way different, but a lot of them are very similar and they look like Pokemon. So I would say probably it's close enough. It could probably get flagged as, if they do set out a lawsuit, they could probably win and it get taken down. It's honestly intellectually dishonest to say that it's not like almost a dead ringer, and especially with all the other stuff going on. But I can't deny it looks kind of fun. It looks actually very fun, and I might at some point after I'm done with my playthroughs actually go and play it if it's still up, if it doesn't get taken down. We haven't heard about Nintendo thinking about taking it down yet or trying to, but we might in the future, which is something. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this new stuff, I'm going to do more of it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.